Hello, scrappers. Kind of a cold day. Okay, the thermometer on the wall just kicked up to 37. But we got freezing rain in the forecast. Thinking I'm starting to sound like my dad, always talking about the weather. Yeah, like father, like son, right? Anyway, today's supposed to get up to 33 for a high. So, if it does make it, it'll be the first day, first time above freezing in about, yeah, over about 75, 80 hours. But 37 out here, probably because I've got this heater going, and some of the heat stays in here. It doesn't all evacuate. Of course, if it's insulated and a little bit more draft proof, it'd probably be all right. Had a pretty busy day yesterday. I was going to do the video yesterday, and then the day got late, and I thought, nah, I don't feel like it. But I went out and picked up a couple of outboards kind of early. Well, first thing I had a guy come get a barrel. That one there's a Johnson 20 horse, and this one's a Johnson 5.5. Apparently he had the Johnson 20 horse running, but it's not very good, wouldn't stay running, so probably a carburetor issue or something. Which anything in excess of 10 horsepower in Oklahoma has to have a title, and don't have a title on that, so that'll be a parts motor. And I got the 5.5 horse. It's a 64 model, if I remember right. And apparently they had that one running, but we'll see. I'm gonna, things warm up, I'll get it on the stand out there and do a pressure or compression test on it, and then from there I may stick it in a test tank and see what we can do from there. Should be a 50-to-1 oil gas ratio. I noticed this bracket here is broke over here. That looks like they tried JB welding it. Did a poor job, so I'll be on the lookout for another parts motor, 5.5. Never hurts. Move the barrels out of here, move them out to the horse trailer. Figure they give me more room for outboards in here. And I know I'm getting off track. I'm supposed to be cleaning up that wire. I want to take this long shelf down here and probably put up some shelving right here. So I've got the brackets and the tracks, so I just got to get it done. I may put a propane heater in here, but got this 2-horse Mariner. It does run. And then the Merc, I'm kind of putting them on the back burner right now, almost, because I can't find the right fuel line adapter that fits it properly. They're all too big. Just fit in here. They're all too big to fit inside the hole. They connect fine to the piece as long as the piece isn't in the motor, but it's got a hole right there, and it's got to fit up inside that hole, and they just don't do it. So when I redo them, get the fittings and stuff, I may just have to leave some extra fuel line on it, disconnect that piece and just let it dangle outside the motor. This one here is Evinrude's one. They told me it was locked up, and it's just the recoil rope wrapped around it. So, and then in there, that one's a parts motor, a good trolling motor. And then that Nissan, I've had that for 20 some years, so I want to put rebuild on the carburetor and rebuild the fuel pump on it, because I had it running in the barrel. It was running really good, real good, until I hooked the fuel line on it. Now when I hooked the fuel line on it, it flooded. So I'm thinking, okay, the float is sticking open, so I'll get in there and clean or rebuild the carburetor. Yeah, I thought, while I'm at it, I might as well do the fuel pump too, because that thing sat in the back of the other shop untouched for about 21 years. So I figured everything's probably dried out, and yeah, need some TLC. So I'm gonna try to bring it. Oh yeah, and I still got, I don't know if I can see it from here or not, that 10 horse Johnson out there. I got to do a carburetor and fuel pump on it too. So I heard this style here has issues with exhaust leaks. There's some rubber exhaust hose down in the bottom of that, I guess, and you almost have to take the thing completely apart to get to it. So I may get that one running and then put it up for sale. That's a 9.5. That would go good on that deep V boat, that 14 footer. I could probably go 15 to 20 horse on that thing, but if I put a 20 horse on there like that, 20 horse, it's pretty heavy. You don't want to move them around too much. So if I put one on there, it'll probably go on and it'll stay on there. Yeah, but then I do kind of want to work on outboards and do some videos on them, and part of that will probably be you know, how they run on the water. Show how to repair them, put them on, you know, in the test tank, and then from there take them on put them on the boat out in the lake, run it down the lake. Let's see how good they push. Debating on whether I want to run that 5.5 horse on that little 12-foot John boat. Not too sure I want to go that route. If I do run that, I may want to see if I can put the seat forward some and get a tiller handle extension so I can shift my weight forward. But on this stuff here, just to keep the yards happy with it, they want the plugs cut off. So I got my heater right there blowing towards me. Hopefully that'll keep my hands from getting too cold. And probably won't be too much longer than that freezing rain will get here. They say we're just going to get just a light amount, but they could be wrong. They've been wrong before. Now, some of these harnesses are, you know, down in the bottom I got a harness, I think it came off a car or a truck, and then like this one here, it came off of one of those riding mowers that I scrapped. Because I tried to get a bunch of the wire off of them before I loaded them on the trailer. A lot of this is just getting the tape off and getting, you know, the plastic, getting it cleaned up. But I do have some of this battery cable wire that's nice and thick that I can throw in my other bucket to be stripped. That is some good stuff for stripping. You can add up some weight pretty quick. One thing I like about having this rubber top on here, if the knife slips a little bit and hits that rubber, it's not going to dull the blade. Of course, this stuff, this tape and everything might be a little easier to work with if it was 70, 80 degrees out. Be a lot more flexible. There's a nice piece of thick wire. I may have to get a container to throw that in. I don't know how much I can put on the workbench here without it getting in my way. Some of this tape is just kind of a pain. A little bit of that tape scrapyards don't really say too much about, so I can just cut some of this and just toss it over there. Mainly try to get the bigger chunks of tape off of there. Hope everybody's staying warm. Yeah, I picked up a small refrigerator yesterday afternoon also. It's still on the truck. I don't plan on going anywhere for a day or two anyway, so it's not going to hurt being on the truck. It's a small fridge too, so even if I do run into town for groceries or something, it won't hurt it being back there. It's small, like apartment size or something. Okay, there's that one and there's that one. Now on these pieces here, just about every one I've checked so far has been copper. So just to prepare this for stripping, this one's already got both of them cut off. So almost need to get me a 5-gallon bucket, toss it over here, and I guess I got a metal one right here. There, I'll throw this down in the strippable ones down there. Yeah, this one, you can tell this one's out of the mower. Probably a good day for this because it's almost too cold to work outside. Almost too cold to work in here. But I can get this stuff cleaned up. It's time consuming. A lot of this wire does pay pretty good, even insulated. It's roughly 50 cents a pound, I think. Some yards probably pay better. And there's several pounds in this bucket, but it takes a little time to get it cleaned. You're not going to get rich doing it, that's for sure. But this gets me out of the house and off the computer, away from the TV set. I guess you could say it's another form of entertainment. One that pays a little bit. Going to snip that one just so it fits in the tote over there a little bit better. Yeah, things have been kind of slow. I kind of want to run an ad on Facebook. Try to get some appliances and whatnot, so I can try to get a load together to take to the yard. But haven't really had time to clean much up out there in the yard or anything either, so. Okay. Now this one here is almost tempted. I got both ends on it. Almost wondered, could I use it in the John boat for the trolling motor. Now this one here still has the bolt in there, but I'll clean that up later. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut these wires off about here and throw them into the tote. Make what I've got a little bit more manageable. Got a little light. Yeah, what do we got here? I think tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit warmer, still kind of the lower 30s. I've been saving some of these inline fuses, fuse holders and fuses. They may come in handy for something, a project. Here's another one. I think the wind's out of the south today, so that's kind of helping bring the warmer temperatures this way. But I think we're going to have a few more days with the wind out of the south coming up, but it's supposed to start getting up into the 50s again. So I think Tuesday and Wednesday is supposed to be up there. Which I gotta go see my diabetes doctor Wednesday. Went up for labs last Thursday when I took that aluminum in. I do have a little bit of copper I could take, so it might be what I do tomorrow. If I get out here tomorrow and try to get some stuff done, might get out here and clean up some more copper. I just try to take a little scrap up there with me to kind of help pay for the gas. That don't have to make a special trip just for the scrap. Since I'm going to the city anyway, that way I don't really have to calculate the cost of the gas into the, take it away from the profit I made on the scrap. Okay, this one's a skinny one. You know, sometimes I'll put these things in the vise and pull it out. But usually it's just taped on the ends, which kind of grabs it and makes it hard to pull apart. So. Get that part done, it's okay. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of projects for this spring and summer. Looking forward to some more good loads of scrap. I got my ad running. It usually doesn't do much this time of year anyway. A lot of people don't want to get out in this weather. I know I feel a lot different about this cold weather now than I did when I was in my 20s. Yeah, what do I got here? Just a bunch of tape, it looks like. Yeah, some of that electrical tape is getting kind of hard to pull off. Some of it's pretty brittle. And I'm probably boring you guys with this. I should pick something a little more exciting, something a little more interesting. There's not a lot of excitement to just watching. Probably more exciting to watch ice melt. Time consuming, very little money involved. But it's still got to be done. But I guess I'll go ahead and get off of here. I don't know how long this video is. I was rattling on about the motors for a while. Kind of anxious to get them on the boat and running across the lake with them. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you're still awake, and if you're still here, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. You guys stay warm, and hope you guys get some good scrap out there. Bye bye. See you next one.